basketball on WMIX, on your radio and online, featuring streaming video on mywithersradio.com. Rams basketball is powered by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Ren Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Heartland Accounting. All Stars and Stitches. Bean Insurance. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski in the 94 Sports Mobile Studios for Mount Vernon Rams basketball. The Ren Lake College pregame show starts now.
And 94.1 FM Facebook page with your chance to win prizes.
Shagnon Jim here for Hall of Fame night. The Cahokia Comanches come to town, and not just Hall of Fame night. Here from Shagnon is also a South 7 Conference Championship on the line. Good evening for your Ren Lake College pregame. I'm Chris Hugo. Danny Czerwinski is alongside. We remind you that at Ren Lake College, you can get a quality education and save thousands. See how much you can save on a higher education at RLC.edu. The Rams come in 19-4 on the year. They are 6-1 in the South 7 Conference. The Cahokia Comanches, meanwhile, are 19-7 on the year unofficially. They come in 6-1 in your South 7 Conference. So the outright title on the line here tonight, but both teams still have 2 games left in the conference after this one. Danny, it is a big game here tonight. Hall of Fame night, of course, on top of everything, but on the floor is probably I don't want to say a bigger deal, but on the floor is a big deal as well.
No, for the kids playing on the floor, the Hall of Fame is one thing, but in their near and present self right now, the precious present is here. 2 teams with 1 loss in the conference. Mount Vernon lost to Centralia at Centralia. Cahokia lost at home to Mount Vernon. Basically, it comes down to these 2 teams. There are a couple more games left in the conference schedule, but realistically, a lot of people talking. This is the South 7 Conference Championship on the line here tonight.
There is no doubt about that. There's no doubt that we're running behind. We need to slip out for a break. This is the Ren Lake College pregame show on WMIX.
Hello, this is Hunt Bonin with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. As a Southern Illinois family-owned bank, we have stayed true to our roots by offering great products and services to the people in our communities. With free checking, free online banking, and free debit cards, we are helping our customers save money while also providing the safety and security they expect from a community-focused bank. People's National Bank, proudly supporting Southern Illinois. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Use bill pay once per month to avoid fee.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
The Traverse, it's a hot seller for us, and the reason is you can fit up to 8 people in the Traverse and get 24, 25 miles per gallon. People love driving them. They're easy to get in and out of. They're easy to get the children in and out of. Plus, you have plenty of cargo room. They come with DVD players, sunroofs. They're fun to drive. They're good looking. They get the job done.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back inside Shagnon Gym tonight. The Mount Vernon Rams playing for a conference title. Of course, still work to be done here tonight. Can't just rest your laurels if you're able to get a win in this one, of course. Ren Lake College pregame show coming at you. Ren Lake College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Visit your counselor at rlc.edu. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside. Danny, again, we mentioned big one here on paper tonight is the Mount Vernon Rams seeking a South 7 Conference title, but much bigger things on the line here tonight. A 20th win, but of course momentum going into just your final 2 weeks of the season. Postseason will be here before we know it.
Well, the seedings are all done. The pairings are done. The games are set for the regional. Really a very tough draw for Mount Vernon in their first game out in that regional of Marion. I mean, it's going to be a difficult battle. More than likely, the Heron Tigers. Back to this one, you got a Cahokia team ranked number 2 in their regional at Althoff behind East St. Louis. So 2 teams that play each other tonight, depending on what happens, may see each other come March once again.
Well, and they may, and that would be for a sectional game, of course, at Carbondale. The Rams will feed into the Marion Regional, where they are the number 1 seed. Centralia drew the second straw. Number 3 are the Marion Wildcats. Number 4, the Heron Tigers, who do own a win over the Mount Vernon Rams. And your 5 seed are the Carbondale Terriers. The Terriers, of course, are 0-7 in the South 7 Conference, struggling somewhat but could be poised to make an upset in that first game. We look at the South 7 Conference standings, of course. Mount Vernon Cahokia at the top at 6-1. Centralia Orphans are 4-3. Althoff Crusaders are 3-4. The Marion Wildcats 2-5. And as aforementioned, the Carbondale Terriers are 0-7 in South 7 Conference play. Big one here tonight, Mount Vernon Cahokia Hall of Fame night, as the induction ceremonies will be tomorrow night here from Chagnon Gym. Doug Creel, athletic director, going in as head coach of the Mount Vernon Rams basketball team. Jarrell Graham, Gary Mann, Tony Duncan, of course, Scott Tickner, who founded the wrestling program here at Mount Vernon Township High School. 1974 boys track and field team, the 2005 football team of recent historical lore, as well as your veteran pre-1950 bike bar. And then a friend of Mount Vernon Township High School athletics, John Callerman. John Callerman, of course, will join us live tomorrow for the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX 808 until, who knows, on AM 940 online at mywithersradio.com. He, of course, was a long-time and favored voice of the Rams on WMIX right here on AM and FM. So we salute, obviously, all the Hall of Fame inductees, including former and still beloved voice of the Rams, John Callerman. Now, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Saturday Sports Show 808 until, who knows, on AM 940 online at mywithersradio.com as we speak to most of your Hall of Fame inductees live and in person. We can't wait for that. That is coming at you tomorrow morning. This, of course, being your Red Lake College pregame show. Red Lake College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. Danny, we saw this one back on December the 16th on a cold night in Cahokia. Hot atmosphere in that gymnasium as the Rams were able to take away a big South 7 Conference victory.
Yeah, it was. And, I mean, Mount Vernon fell behind early 17-4 in that game in the first quarter. And it was the first of two tough, long bus trips to Cahokia and Waterloo that week. And at that point of the game, down 17-4, you wondered what kind of weekend it was going to be. What turned out to be was a Mount Vernon comeback and a 46-42 win at Cahokia. Leapfrogged the Rams into a win the next night at Waterloo and into the Christmas season, a consolation championship, and here we are at 19-4. Big game on the calendar. Now for Cahokia since then, they won a Centralia Holiday Tournament in the mix, and since that loss on December 16th, the Comanches are 13-3. And their three losses during that stretch were to East St. Louis at the Highlands Shootout, and to Normandy on a Monday night by 4 at Normandy, an odd name because obviously Illinois schools do not play regular season Monday night games. And then on the 28th of January at the Pinckneyville Shootout, lost to Peoria Manual. So it's not like they have three losses to very easy teams. Very difficult opponents for Cahokia, and 13 wins since that Mount Vernon loss in 16 games.
Well, this is the Cahokia Comanche team, Benny, much like the Mount Vernon Rams. It can lose to anybody on a given night, but can beat anybody on a given night. The Rams, just with their 4 losses on the year, you take a look at Cahokia's losses. Cahokia will not have an easy draw, as in the regional, they are the 2 seed at Althoff. They draw the number 3 Althoff Crusaders. Eastside drew the 1 over there. Waterloo is a 4, and Mascouta's a 5. We'll talk more about some of the postseason seedings and pairings when we come back. We need to take a break on your Red Lake College pregame show. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
More Americans are on the move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar, or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and mywithersradio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and mywithersradio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you want the best, think the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. The Orthopedic Center has the unique distinction of being one of only 2 non-academic accredited orthopedic teaching and research facilities in the state of Illinois. Our goal in education is to inspire the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. Patient care, education, and research are our core strengths. Located on Veterans Memorial Drive, Mount Vernon, and St. Mary's Good Samaritans Centralia campus, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Discover the difference.
Back out to the 94 Sports Mobile Studios on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And we welcome you back inside Shagnon Gym as you hear the Mount Vernon Loyalty. The Rams tonight on Hall of Fame night have the Cahokia Comanches. We are glad to have you with us on WMIX. Watching online at MyWithersRadio.com as this is your Ridley College pregame show getting you set for the Mount Vernon Rams and the Cahokia Comanches. We still have a scoreboard update to come presented by Tony Wilt. We also have your starting lineups coming up a little bit later. They are presented by Central Christian Church. Incredible things are happening at Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon. Look no further than thenewscentral.com. You can watch their Friday night and Sunday services online. It's thenewscentral.com. Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. It is, of course, the top of the hour. We need to pause for station identification. This is the Rams Radio Network.
The best basketball coverage is heard here. This is 94.1 FM WMIX Mount Vernon and worldwide at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
There you have it. Glad to have you aboard from Shagnon Gym. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Ridley College pregame show. The Mount Vernon Rams getting ready to get set Cahokia here on Hall of Fame night. An extra special congratulations to Doug Creel, Gerald Graham, Gary Mann, Tony Duncan, Scott Tickner, the 1974 boys track team, the 2005 boys football team, Bike Bar, and longtime voice of the Mount Vernon Rams here on WMIX, John Callerman. But however, a lot going on here tonight, more than just Hall of Fame. We also have some regular season boys contests in 1A and 2A, 3A and 4A, and also some girls regionals wrapping up in 1A and 2A. I believe we have some scores from around the area. Let's check those out, courtesy of Tony Wilt.
Halftime at Woodlawn and boys, it's Woodlawn over Clay City Noble 27-10. And halftime at the Heron Class 2A girls regional, Cessna-Valeur Waltonville leads Heron at the half 23-14.
Big win for the Rams tonight, of course, in the JV game as well, as they have just the one loss on the season. I believe the JV final was 56-36, so big win for the JV Rams. That scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt and State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, call Tony Wilt. He is your local State Farm agent. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or at the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. If you see his red Jeep in the parking lot, just stop in. He would love to meet with you. Of course, we have about 3 and change before we'll have our national anthem here tonight. And Chaos Cage, Danny, we talk about them early, we talk about them often. They are ready to go tonight. It's Cowboy and Indian night, apparently, here at Shagnon Gym.
Well, cowboy attire, chaps, hats, boots, and otherwise are in the Chaos Cage tonight.
Even some young men wearing Daisy Dukes, as equable as that may be.
Daisy Duke is reemployed now, so
that's what I was hearing before the game. That is good news, and of course, we are glad to be here with you on WMIX online at mywithersradio.com. And of course, the Cahokia Comanches, a different look to the Cahokia Comanches since we saw them last. We'll get to that, of course, in our starting lineups here in just a little bit. We also have the national anthem still to come your way. We said we'd take a look at your pairing and seating information for some of the 3A sectional regionals, I should say, around the area. As you know, the Rams drew the 1 seed at Marion. They will play on Tuesday, February the 28th at 6 p.m. against the winner of number 4 Heron and number 5 Carbondale. Centralia drew the 2 seed. They will get number 3 Marion on that Tuesday night, February the 28th at 8:10. So they'll play after Mount Vernon and the winner of the 4-5 game. And then the winner of that game, those 2 games on Tuesday the 28th, will battle on March the 2nd for a regional championship. At the Effingham Regional, the host Flaming Hearts are your number 1 seed. Salem's your 2, Charleston your 3, Mattoon is your 4, and Taylorville is your 5. At Triad, that pretty well went the way we expected as well, as Chatham-Glenwood is your 1, Triad your 2, Jacksonville is your 3, Highland your 4, Jersey your 5, and Pacific Memorial drew the 6th seed. And as we told you a moment ago, East St. Louis your 1 seed at Althoff, Cahokia the 2, Althoff 3, Waterloo 4, and Mascoutah 5. And Danny, as you take a look at these seeds, there is no reason to think the Rams maybe couldn't make a nice little run come the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those deals where, and I hate to say this now, and you'll hear it over the next few weeks, Mount Vernon poised to make a deep run in postseason, but also The Heron Tigers are probably their first game in the regional at Marion. That's a very, very tough draw if that were to come to fruition.
Well, and that's the thing, Danny. You look at the fact that they already possess a 56-55 victory over the Mount Vernon Rams, and, like we said all season long, we don't want to give anybody false hope. This is a team, Danny, and we shouldn't say, maybe I shouldn't say it like this. But they can lose to anybody on any given night, but they can beat anybody on any given night. And hence the excitement behind this team. But you also have to be realistic and look at the fact that doomsday is just around the corner.
The fact remains that at times this year, this team has looked very good and looked like a team that could go deep. And if you remember the first games of the Centralia tournament and the Salem tournament, reality set in very quickly. And if you do that in the regional, you're getting out the track equipment and the baseball equipment before you know it.
Amen to that. Of course, we will wait to see when we're going to have the national anthem. I presume that'll be right off the bat. We're going to go ahead and honor America here from Shagnon Gym. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, I want to ask you something, but you have to promise not to laugh at me.
Okay, what?
Do you think the State Farm jingle really works?
Like, for real? Like, if you sing the jingle, will your agent actually appear and help you out?
Yeah.
Of course it works. I saw it on the internet.
In reality, having your own State Farm agent means having a real person to help you when you need them. Tony Wilt is that State Farm agent at 4121 South Water Tower Place, Mount Vernon.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Dodge dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. The 2012 Dodge Avenger. It is a sedan that counters the traditional vision of the segment itself. Technology, power, fuel efficiency, safety, its attitude sets it apart from all other contenders. Here's to the four-door that works double time to ensure that you are getting big-time results from a mid-size package. The 2012 Dodge Avenger. Sporty-looking mid-size sedan with up to 37 miles per gallon and awesome incentives right now at King City Chrysler. Receive up to $3,000 rebate or 0% up to 72 months right now. Come in today and let's talk, have a cup of coffee, and let's deal at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where you can count on us.
With more in-game score updates than anyone else, this is Rams basketball on WMIX.
And we welcome you back inside Shagnon Gymnasium. It's a Rimley College pregame show. Mount Vernon Rams, Cahokia Comanches. We need to get to know your Central Christian Church starting lineup. Danny, let's meet the teams.
For Cahokia, coached by Darian Nash, there we go. Number 5, Carlton Rivers. 12, Vincent Jackson. 20, Keenan Miner. Number 23, Darius Austin. And number 32, Travion Smoot. For the Mount Vernon Rams, number 1, Tyrell Trimble. Number 2, Jaron Lydell. Number 4, Clay Payne. Number 5, Deontay Badger. Number 33, Trevor Floto.
Those starting lineups are presented by Central Christian Church. Discover the excitement at Central Christian Church, of course. Central offers exciting worship experiences, packages energy and relevant teaching and awesome programming for children and youth. Log on to thenewcentral.com for service times and more information. Now, let's hear the Mount Vernon Rams drum line. you have it. That is your Mount Vernon Township High School drumline, world famous now, as they are streamed live on MyWithersRadio.com. We'll have plenty of scoreboard updates coming your way tonight. We'll also have plenty of talk and conjecture here during this one. Don't forget, you can get a complete scoreboard update tonight on our Facebook page, WMIX Sports. That's Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. So you can keep up to date during the game if you follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. And, of course, we'll have plenty of that coming your way here tonight. It'll be Leonte Badger to tip. The Rams in our home whites going right to left. In our way blue, the Comanches. Jackson with it on the left wing. Dropped it back as a circle for Carlton Rivers. Rivers looking around, has Jackson near the left wing, looking to pass to the left side, able to find Darius Austin. So 7:46 to play in the first quarter, just underway. No score between the Rams and Cahokia. It's Keenan Miner, the CHT MVP, drives to the right baseline. His shot was airballed. Rebound will come from Jackson. Putback's good off the right block. 2-0. Rams down 2, 7:30 mark of the first.
Length and height of Cahokia will cause problems tonight. Mount Vernon will need to box out as they did back in December.
That they will. They're looking right baseline for Badger. He tips it around, able to get it up top to Lydell. He's at the volleyball line, down to the left wing, Flota. Flota looks back to the right of the circle for Trimble with 7:13 to play in the first. Left-hand dribble, kicks in the corner. Nothing there from Flota. He'll have to go back to the left timeline for CP. Payne will look back to the near side for Tyrell, the terrific. Lob back to the right of the circle for Badger. Badger's looking to drive off the dribble, kicks back to the near side, able to find Flota. And the Rams will reset. Back over on the right sideline. Here comes Jaron Lydell. He's trapped there by number 23, Darius Austin, and Keenan Miner. Works to Trimble. Nice save there. They will lead to Payne along the baseline. Good. And the Rams tie it up. Tip off the game with a Banterra Bank free checking account. Banterra Bank is the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams here on WMIX. Making with local style. Across the timeline to the left went Rivers. Now back to the right. Off of the dribble. Throws to the right corner for Miner. Miner looking in. Rams in man. Back to the right wing. It is Rivers looking for the lob down low. Smoot will lose it. It'll be corralled by Trimble. He'll bring it to the left side off a nice crossover. Stops shy of the lane. Works it into Badger. Nice contortion by Leonte. Lee kisses the glass. It's 4-2. Rams by a deuce with 6:12 to go in the first.
Barry Nash has played his hand already. He's wanting this to be a half court, or I should say full court, half court trap game. And right now, Mount Vernon handling that early.
Up top with the basketball is Austin. He'll throw up from free throw line. No good. Smoot with the rebound. Looks to the right. Dribbles back in. Throws up. Off glass. Yes. And they'll go to the line for the and one on the first foul of the game. That'll go against the Rams, their first team foul. First personal, I believe.
That'll be the problem, Chris. You're going to have to box out. There was no way Mount Vernon, anybody in a white jersey tonight, can out-jump Cahokia. Too long, too tall. You're going to have to get a body on people, and their Smoot proved that point.
Smoot at the line for the and one to break the tie. It's 5-4 Cahokia lead on the three-point play by Travion Smoot. Your officials for tonight's game, wait for it. John Salee, Randy Hart, and Ed Gardner. I feel like we've seen two of the three before. Good to see John Salee made it back safely. He was on a trip, of course. Great officials here on tonight's game. 5-4 is your score. Cahokia on top. Rams with the basketball, right corner was Payne. Slipping it back to the volleyball line, Lydell. Cross between the leg dribble, rather. Back to Trimble, left of the circle. Now to the right side. Jaron with the basketball. 5:30 to play in the first quarter. Still 5-4. Cahokia by one. Rams are going to try to work something up here off of the right-hand dribble. It's Lydell back to the top. Throws to the left side. Able to find Trimble. Now to the right for Lydell. 5:16 to go. First quarter action. Shagnon Gym Hall of Fame night. South 7 Conference Showdown. We're glad to have you with us. In the left corner, Trimble gets it back between the circles for Trevor Flota. Now over the right side off of the wing. Payne will back it up. Crossover dribble. Fakes to the left side. Now looking for his right. No pressure yet. Now to Badger at the circle. Darius Austin comes from behind. That'll be a foul on Cahokia as Badger's bailed out at the circle.
Interesting how selective Cahokia is with their trap right now. They're not going after Trimble. But when Lydell or Badger get the basketball and also Payne, they have really turned on the heat, trapping them in parts of the floor.
Lydell brings it across the timeline. Hands it off left wing. Now over the near side. Flota for three. No good. Payne with the putback. He's blocked. Got the offensive rebound. Put back left block. Rebound off that miss will go to Smoot. And here come the Comanches. 4:36 to play in the first. It's still 5-4 Cahokia. Miner, nice move to lane. Dishes off back door. There's Vincent Jackson off the right block. 7-4 Cahokia. 4:28 to play in the first.
Yeah, dribble penetration. Rams defense collapsed. Dish. 7-4 now. Mount Vernon right now got to handle the pressure.
A little bit of pressure indeed. Almost tipped away from Lydell. Got it to float it back to Lydell. Left sideline looking to attack with 4:15. Rams down 3, 7-4 as we near the midway point of this first quarter. Great traditions aren't given, they're earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what they believe in. Community First Bank, proud sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams. A great tradition. We'll have your player of the game, of course, in the postgame show. Rams with the basketball in the front court. 3:58 to play in the first. It's 7-4 Cahokia. Payne with it on the left side. Looks back towards the circle. Shut off from Trimble. Comes to Badger near side. That'll be a foul on Travion Smoot. That'll be his first, team second.
That's what drive coach is crazy. 6'8", and you're trying to dive for a loose ball on the floor in the first quarter and draw your first foul about 30 feet from the basket.
3:50 to go here in the opening quarter.
Taller fees are in now for Lydell. So now you have one less guard on the floor, so that means Payne, Floater are going to have to help out Trimble with the basketball.
In the circles, it is the aforementioned Payne to Feeser. Now in the corner off the right side. Badger strapped, has to come back. Right of the circle, it's to Trimble with 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. The Rams trailing 7-4. Don't fear, though. They trailed 17-4 after one at Cahokia. Plenty of time left in this basketball contest. 3:30 to play. South 7 Conference outright title is on the line at the moment. Left elbow, and it is going to be Badger. Dribbles in, kicks out. Payne will throw up a three. No, it's off the back iron. He'll get his own rebound off the wing. Dribbles back to the far post, and it's stolen away. Cahokia's Keenan Minor will bring it up. Layup is no good, but that'll be a foul underneath. It'll probably be on Tyrell Trimble as he had to do the old bend over.
Well, the problem right there at Mount Vernon, you get into paint, you can't go up soft. You're going to have to get after it. And Mount Vernon that time did not go up with it strong. Cahokia took it away, and the aggressor did not have to worry about getting a call against them.
First free throw no good by Minor. Banterra's online banking is convenient, efficient, and best of all safe. Their security is your best defense. Banterra Bank. Banking with local style, member FDIC. 7-4 is your score. Minor's free throw off the mark. We will have the law break. Breaking the law of verticality on Vincent Jackson. That'll be the team's third.
Vincent Jackson is first, 13.
3:11 to go in your first quarter. Link the floor here for the Rams off the baseline trigger. Coming up the left side, Payne. Now back over to the right for Trimble. Trimble fakes right, gets it across to Feeser. Off of the tip. Now to the right baseline, they go to Badger. 3 to play here in the first quarter. Rams trail by 3, 7-4. Off of the left side, it is going to be Payne. Payne turns around, comes to the wing, kicks back near the corner for Flota. Back to Payne off of the arc. 2:48 to play. Now in the first quarter. Low-scoring affair thus far, 7-4. Here in the King City. Rams down a tray. Looking off to the left side, it's going to be Payne. Back to the near sideline, finds Feeser. Not a lot to be had as far as offensive selection. Payne trying to drive baseline from the left. Shut off, has to come back beyond the wing. Right of the circle, Trevor Flota with the basketball. 2:24 to play in their first quarter. Man, it is amazing how much tighter the Cahokia defense is since December the 16th. Even since the Centralia Holiday Tournament Championship game. Trimble with it off to the right. Kicks in the corner. Flota thought about the three. Side steps. Gives back to Trimble now. In the corner. He'll drive. Free throw line. Kicks it back door for Badger. And the Rams are back within one. 7-6 with 2:01 to go.
Dribble penetration to get the zone to collapse. That allowed Badger to be open.
With the basketball up top is Carlton Rivers. He's at the circle with 1:49 into the front court, looking down low. Jackson had it tipped away, recovered by Flota. Badger was there for the tip. Went through the hands of Feeser. He tips to Flota. Rams forced a turnover, down 1, 7-6 with 1:37 to play in the first. Trimble, crossover dribble, top of the key, looks back. Now finds Payne on the scoop. He's in the left corner. Through the circles with 1:29 to play in the first. Rams down 1. Nice bounce pass to the sideline for Feeser. Narrowly trapped in the corner. It's to Badger. He'll have it tipped away. He recovers. Smoot got the tip, but not the turnover. Now over to the sideline. It's going to be to Flota on the right. Bounce pass back to the circle for Payne. 1:14 to go in the quarter. 7-6. Rams down uno. With it up top at the circle is Trimble. Nice bounce pass over to the right wing. Finds Badger. Feigns a three-point attempt and gives back right to the circle for Trimble. Now to the right wing. Into the lane. All alone is Badger. Misses the bunny. Rebound to Minor, and here come the Comanches. Up 1 with 52 seconds to go in the first. Almost. Rivers off of the right wing, looking for Jackson. Has to settle for Minor off of the arc. Gets it right back off a screen. Rolls between the circles towards the left with 41 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Winning Edge can customize just about any activewear, like a t-shirt or hoodie for the team, organization, or just for you. If you don't believe me, Visit them online at winningedgeusa.com. Quality service and fast turnaround since 1977. 25 seconds to go in the first. In the left corner, it is Rivers. 7-6 is your score. Rams down 1 here in the first quarter. It'll be Ram basketball to start the second, barring a jump ball here late in the first. 13 seconds to go here in the first. Now it's in. Rivers looking to go off to the right. Fake count by the students section. Cahokia not buying off the right baseline. Fade jumper from near the corner is an air ball into the hands of Flota with 1 second. And he will hang on. We have reached the end of the first quarter. The Mount Vernon Rams trail the Cahokia Comanches 7-6. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Thank heavens you're getting an income tax refund. Second Chance Auto will give you the best value for every dollar you spend with a great selection of late model cars, trucks, SUVs, and minivans priced under $10,000. Most come with a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Not only will you get a great quality vehicle, but bank rate financing as well. No gimmicks, no credit checks, and instant approval. That refund couldn't have come at a better time. Thanks to Second Chance Auto, family owned and operated for 32 years on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at 94sports. Now back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back inside Shagnon Gymnasium. You're watching online at mywithers.radio.com, listening to us on WMIX. We are glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski as the Rams trail 7-6 to Cahokia. They start with possession here in the second quarter. Off the right, it's Fees looking around, trying to come back to Badger. He's trapped, breaks through with a dribble, kicks over to Flota. Flota, nothing there off of the right sideline, looking down, nothing in the corner, able to find Payne right sideline. So Payne comes back to the left at the circle with 7:40 to play in the first half. Still a 7-6 ball game. Now back off of the near side, it is Flota. Flota looks left of the circle for Clay Payne. Payne off the lob, comes back to the left side. Flota off the baseline to Badger. Badger comes back out beyond the arc. He's at the perimeter. Looking around for Feeser down low. He's trapped, trying to turn around to break the... Oh, that is a good call by the official. It's off of Darius Austin. Will remain with the Rams underneath as it was tipped out of bounds off the double team.
Can't hold it in the corner, can't hold it on the baseline. Cahokia is trapped every time.
It'll be a lob in to Payne. Left timeline, he'll roll to the circle. 7:15 to play in the first half. 1-2-2 here from the Comanches. Wow, I've totally misread that. Off of the right circle, it'll go to Flota, back to Payne. Back near the corner for Flota. Right of the circle will be Clay. Drops it back for Trimble. 6:50 to play here in their first half. Rams down 7-6. Now on the near side, Payne, almost a wide open charge is all that is. He came from the corner. Jackson took the charge.
Yeah, he was there. He was waiting on Clay. Clay probably should have pulled up and took a 10-footer once he slid over and stopped, and Payne elected to go to the rim, and the charge was called.
Wowie. So it'll be a turnover on the Rams. They're down 7-6, 6:45 to play here in the first half. Rams basketball, as always, presented by Banterra Bank. Don't bank on the away team. Bank for the locals. Banterra, locally owned and operated. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. Length of the floor to go here for the Comanches, going left to right. They're in their away blue, white trim, white numerics. 6:36 to play in the first half. It is Carlton Rivers with it up top. Slides over to the left side, able to find Devion Hayes. Now back near the right for Darius Austin. Dribble drive, penetration. Runner's good. Got the runner from inside the volleyball line. 9-6. Coke gets back up 3 with 6:21 to go. Right of the circle, does Trimble with the basketball. Looks back left, able to find Payne. 6:13 to play in the first half. We'll have some scores coming your way in just a moment, probably next dead ball. Dribble off a crossover dribble. Top of the key, looks back to the left side. Nice no-look pass to Payne off of the wing. He'll have to go back to the circles for Trimble. Trimble trying to set the mark by the screen. Gets to the right elbow. Pull up Jay. No good. Back iron. Almost a tip back there by Badger. Rebound will be tipped out of bounds by the Rams. Let's get a scoreboard update.
With the high school girls regional championship in the area, Cecil Walton leads Heron after the end of 3 at Heron, 38-25. Score of interest, Heron Tigers losing at Harrisburg and boys 27-9.
Nice. This just in, the Orphans lead Marion at the half, 28-18. That scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt. More on him. It's a kick out to the left wing for Hayes. Back up top for Rivers. Rivers, the left-hand dribble, back to Hayes, left sideline in front of the Rams bench. Between the circles for Austin. Vincent Jackson will come around to provide some assistance to the left wing, looking down near the left baseline. Turnaround possibly from Austin. Breaks his man, able to lean in. No good. Rebound will be tipped away. It'll be to Badger. Badger comes away with it in the corner. Now he's trapped. Able to find Trimble in the backcourt. Rams have 3-on-3 in the backcourt. Cahokia pressure causing the Rams some fits, and that'll be a timeout. Scott Gamber, as the Rams just were unaware of how much time was ticking off to the clock, and Scott Gamber had to call the bailout timeout.
Got to be careful of that. You're not handling that trap very well.
Of course, this timeout is presented by Ford Square. The Ford F-150 boasts an exclusive EcoBoost engine, which means more power with better fuel efficiency. Test drive the large truck champion for over 34 years at Ford Square on Mount Vernon. You can count on us. Of course, that scoreboard update a moment ago was presented by Tony Wilt. For all your insurance and financial service needs, call Tony Wilt, your local State Farm agent. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or at the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. If you see his red Jeep in the parking lot, just stop in. He would love to meet with you. 9-6 your score. Rams trail the Comanches by 3. 5:07 to play in the first half. It'll be side out of bounds to the backcourt coming off of the right sideline. Looking right at the circle for Trimble. He'll lob a cross, finds Payne. One dribble gets back to the left side. Trimble lobs back for Payne right at the circle. 4:55 to play here in the second quarter. Rams trying to make up the deficit, down 3. It's 9-6 Comanches. Both teams come in with a 6-1 mark in the South 7 Conference.
1-3-1 now by the Comanches as they switch out.
Now it's a high pass. Good jump there by Flo to corral it here on the left sideline. Back up to Trimble at the volleyball line between the circles. 4:33 to play here in your first half. 9-6. Rams trail trying to get back in. It'll be baseline runner and good from Feeser. Feeser will go to the line for the and one to try to tie it up at 9.
Well, and that's going at Cahokia. That's going at Mr. Austin. And that's what you got to do. Feeser, you have to be aggressive in the post, or Cahokia is going to swat it and take it the other way.
9-8 your score. Feeser to the line to try to tie it up. No good. Rebound will go to the man who committed the foul, Darius Austin. Rivers to bring it across the timeline. 4:20 to play here in the first half. 9-8 is your score. Cahokia on top. Pull-up jumper from the right elbow is off the mark by Rivers. Rebound by his counterpart in the 5 unit. Leonte Badger. Here come the Rams, struggling to get across. It's tipped out of bounds by Cahokia. It'll be Ram basketball. It was blatantly obvious. You can't argue that.
No, he tipped it. Mount Vernon right now, at times, have not handled the trap very well at all.
And we will near the midway point of the second quarter. The Rams trailing Cahokia by 1. It's 9-8. Payne with it left of the circle off the timeline. Shakes back to the near side, able to get to Flota. Bounce pass, risky one right of the circle for Lydell. Finds Trimble wide open for 3. It's off the mark. Rebound almost tipped away. It's recovered by Rivers. He'll bring it across the timeline. Looking left off the bounce. Nice move to the bucket and off glass by Gary Hickman. He'll get 2 in a foul.
How dangerous is his team? Wow. That fast down the floor within seconds, and nothing Mount Vernon can do in transition to stop that.
Nothing at all. Who will be your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game? If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dix, Ina, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. And 1, no good. Still a 3-point ball game. It's 11-8. It'll be a 3-on-1, 2, but it won't matter. Trimble trying to split the defense. Looks to the backside, able to find Lydell. Now back off the left wing. It is Trimble with the basketball. 3:40 to play here in the first half. Right timeline, it's Payne. Payne will scoop off to Lydell, who is coming around off of the dish. 3:30 to play here in the first half. It's in the corner. Trimble trying to no-look down low. Stolen away from Badger before he could get to it. Austin looks backside to Miner, who attacks. It's off glass and good. 13-8. Comanches up 5. Their largest lead with 3:20 to go in the half.
Too fast right now. And Scott Gamber knows right now it's going to be a very crucial 3 minutes in this first half.
In the left corner, it is Trevor Flota. Looks back right of the circle for Trimble. Trimble with the left-hand dribble gives it back into the corner for Payne. Cahokia just has the Rams right where they want them at this juncture. Rams trying to keep it at 5 or less, trying to get back in to this one. Left of the circle, just Flota looking around. He's able to find Payne, who came up from the right block. Payne with the right-hand dribble goes right to the circle, Lydell. Lydell looks around for Flota. That's where he'll go. 2:42 mark of this first half. Cross-court pass to back door. Nice play by Lee Badger. Badger, who caught the pass, tipped it back to the opposite back door to Payne. Payne gets the bucket. Back within 3 are the Rams. 2:30 to go in the half.
Plays like that, Mount Vernon's eventually going to have to hit a 3 or 2 if they want to pull this upset.
Almost a steal off the left side. Austin some trouble with it, but they're waiting at the back door for the rebound and putback is Keenan Miner. He adds 2 to the tally. It's 15-10, 5-point lead again for the Comanches. 2:10 to go in the first half.
Second chances.
Going to have to limit those as this game progresses. Coming around from the left wing, it is Flota. 2:03 to go here in the second quarter. In the corner now, Trimble looking to drive up, kicks out to Lydell. Lydell off to the wing. Backs it out, back to the circle. The Rams will restart. Flota the basketball off of the right-hand dribble, kicks it over to the sideline, able to find Lydell. Jaron goes to Tyrell. Tyrell off of the right wing, back to the circle. Jaron trying to get closer off the dribble drive. Nothing there. Directs traffic. Trimble comes around to the far near corner, rather. That'll be a nice handoff there by Flota. Tyrell off the turnaround, drives to the free throw line through the hands of Payne, out of bounds. Turnover Rams.
And the pace, Cahokia is making Mount Vernon play out a little quicker than what we're used to. I know it's 15-10. The score still kind of favors Mount Vernon's pace, but Cahokia is starting to make Mount Vernon play a little quicker, especially in the half court.
Right of the circle, Carlton Rivers. Rivers looks back towards the left side, now into the corner for Gary Hickman. Hickman back to the left wing for Hayes. Hayes back to the circle, Miner. Miner's going to bring it towards the right side. 1:14 to play in the quarter. Rams down 5. 3 on the way from Hayes. Too strong. Rebound. They tipped away to Hickman. Left wing now to Rivers. Had Hickman. Now it's going to be allowed to Miner. Almost stolen away. He'll recover and get to the hoop. He just outmanned everybody on that one off the left side. 17-10 Cahokia.
Length and athleticism right now. Again, this is, like I said, 3 minutes to go, big part of the game. And Mount Vernon is really struggling right now.
Off of the right wing is Trimble. Looks back to the left. Possession arrow favors Cahokia. 46 seconds to go in the first half. 17-10 is your score. Back around the left side, it is Flota. Now left of the circle, Trimble. Off to the right from Lydell to Trimble, rather. Don't support the other team. Go green with Bantera's online bill pay and online statements. Bantera Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. 27 seconds to go in the first half. 17-10 is your score. Rams are down a touchdown to the Comanches. Off of the volleyball line, it is Trimble. He'll back it up. Now tiptoe back. 14 seconds to go. Rams will probably make a move with about 7. Double pump on the fake pass. Comes to the left side for Lydell. Back right of the circle, Trimble. He's trapped in the circle. Finds Payne inside. Stripped away. And that'll be the 15th foul on Cahokia. Thought maybe.
Trey Johnson of Cahokia needed the lobby. Trey Johnson of Cahokia needed the lobby.
Who did they get that on? I thought it was going to be Miner at first, but
it's a whip.
Or trying to double check.
That was a break. Let's put it this way. That was a major break for Mount Vernon to get Payne to the free throw line. And I didn't see a number 2.
So it's Trey Johnson of Cahokia. You needed the lobby.
We will figure it out.
That's the 15th foul. They've called it on Keenan Miner, his first. I didn't see much contact.
Payne will make the first free throw and capitalize on the onset. 17-11, down 6 for the Rams now. Can make it 5 with 1.8 ticks remaining on the second quarter clock. Quick first half here from Shagnon Jim, considering the late start due to Hall of Fame. Second one's no good. Rebound by Austin. Miner will not get the shot off at the half. So we have reached halftime. The Cahokia Comanches 17, the Mount Vernon Rams 11. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
Long hours, inconsistent schedules, minimum wage, or a salary that barely keeps you above the poverty line. All you need is a better opportunity. Ren Lake College has your opportunity. The healthcare field continues to grow, and RLC can put you on the path to a great career. Openings are available in 5 healthcare programs: health information technology, medical laboratory technology, occupational therapy assistant, surgical technology, and veterinary technology. These 5 programs are offered through the Southern Illinois Collegiate Common Market, with general courses offered at Ren Lake College and core courses offered at the SICCM facilities in Heron. Your fast track to a great opportunity starts here. You better hurry. Applications are due by March 1st. Why wait for a great opportunity? Find out more about these programs at rlc.edu. Ren Lake College has been the vehicle to a brighter future for over 40 years. rlc.edu. Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar. Or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and MyWithersRadio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If I could see into the future, you know what I want to know? I'd want to know how the whole thing is going to turn out. Did I make the right decisions for my business? Helping my daughter memorize all 50 states in alphabetical order. Did it really matter?
Understanding that the future is about planning, not worrying, is why Erie Insurance is above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Bean Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 242-6017.
Thank heavens you're getting an income tax refund. Second Chance Auto will give you the best value for every dollar you spend with a great selection of late model cars, trucks, SUVs, and minivans priced under $10,000. Most come with a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Not only will you get a great quality vehicle, but bank rate financing as well. No gimmicks, no credit checks, and instant approval. That refund couldn't have come at a better time. Thanks to Second Chance Auto. Family owned and operated for 32 years on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
And we welcome you back inside Shagnon Gym here at the break. The Mount Vernon Rams trail the Cahokia Comanches 17-11. This is your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Use that tax refund to get the car you really want at Second Chance Auto. Their selection has never been greater, and most are priced under $10,000. No gimmicks, no credit checks, and instant approval. Along with bank rate financing for everyone, it's Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East, here in Mount Vernon. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. 17-11 your score. Rams down 6. Standing at the half, and Cahokia obviously tied, but the Rams down 6 here, and Cahokia has just played tough. Like Cahokia, we know.
A different defense, a different type of defense that Cahokia has bought into under Darian Nash, and I think this team has gotten better even since Centralia the last time that I got a chance to see them. And even though they've had 3 losses since then against 3 very difficult teams, this Cahokia team has bought into the plan of Darian Nash. And I am very impressed with their defensive effort, especially in the half court. They only have 2 turnovers the entire first half. Just a very good job by Cahokia in the first half for come in here and close down and kind of neutralize the 6th man here at the Shagnon Gymnasium in this first half.
That they have. We need to take a break. When we come back here in the Second Chance Auto halftime show, we'll have your Heartland Accounting halftime stats. 17-11 Cahokia after 2. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
Hometown proud Baroviax IGA. There's no better way to shop today, Baroviax IGA. If it's Baroviax, you know it's fresh for you and your family. If it's Baroviax, you got the best. We're hometown proud, you see. Hometown proud Baroviax IGA. Hometown proud Baroviax IGA.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back inside Shagnon Gym. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside the Mount Vernon Rams Trail. Cahokia here at the break on your Second Chance Auto halftime show, 17-11. Use that tax refund. Get the car you really want at Second Chance Auto. Second Chance's selection has never been greater, and most are priced under $10,000. For 32 years, it's Second Chance Auto. We're at 142 East in Mount Vernon. Let's take a look at the Heartland Accounting halftime stats.
The Rams were 5 of 8 from two-point range, 63%. They didn't hit a three-point attempt in 3 tries, so the Rams 5 of 11 for 45% from the field in the first half. Cahokia 8 of 12 from two-point range, 67%. They are 0 of 2 from the arc. They have not made a 3, so both teams 0 of 5. And the Comanches are 8 of 14. In fact, when I look at Cahokia's stats, 14 of their 17 points have come from within the paint. Free throw shooting, Mount Vernon was 1 of 3 for 33%. Cahokia was 1 of 4 for 25%. Rebounding went to Cahokia 11 to 6, and their turnovers was Cahokia 4, Mount Vernon 4. Cahokia had 5 players score in the first half. Keenan Miner led the way with 6. Vincent Jackson had 4. Travion Smoot 3. Kerry Hickman 2, and Darius Austin had 2. The Rams had 3 players score. It was Clay Payne with 5. Leonte Badger 4, and Michael Feezer with 2 to give you a halftime score of Cahokia 17, Mount Vernon 11.
Get started right and let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B. Your small business expert. We'll take a break here at the half. The Mount Vernon Rams trail Cahokia 17-11. This is the Second Chance Auto halftime show on WMIX.
People's National Bank understands how much small business means to a community. That's why we have been supporting the local economy of Southern Illinois for over 100 years by providing commercial loans to area businesses. And our loan decisions are made right here in Southern Illinois. Hi, this is Joe Gliosi, commercial banker for People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. Stop by 413 South 34th Street to find out what a true community bank is all about. People's National Bank, proudly supporting local small business since 1909. Member FDIC.
When it comes to bone and joint care, only one name should come to mind. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Your fellowship-trained physician's first priority is specialized orthopedic care, ranging from total joint replacement and spine surgery to shoulder surgery and sports medicine. Our surgeons provide a wide range of specialized treatments that are unparalleled anywhere in Southern Illinois. Located on Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon and St. Mary's Good Samaritans in campus, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Discover the difference.
This is Rams basketball on WMIX with streaming video on mywithersradio.com.
And we welcome you back inside Shagnon Gymnasium for your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Use that tax refund to get the car you really want at Second Chance Auto. Second Chance's selection has never been greater, and most are priced under $10,000. No gimmicks, no credit checks, and instant approval, along with bank rate financing for all. It's Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Working on a scoreboard update for you here, brought to you by Tony Wilton State Farm Insurance. Are we ready to roll with that?
Yep, whenever you're ready.
Let's go.
In the JV game here tonight, Mount Vernon won 56-36. That's their 10th win of the year, 10-1. End of 3 over at Woodlawn. The Cardinals lead Clay City Noble 71-28. At half at Vienna, Fairfield over Vienna 36-19. At the half, Pinckneyville leads Nashville at home 24-23. At the half, Harrisburg over Heron 39-32 at home. Benton leads Frankfort 39-21 at the half at Benton. And with 23 seconds to go in the game, Setzer-Valera Waltonville Lady Devils lead Heron 44-38 with 23 seconds to go in a regional championship game.
Wow. Not bad. Do have some extras to add to that from 3A4 that I just happened to get off of the wire. At the half, Glenwood leads Springfield Lamphere 30-22. Also at halftime, Collinsville leads Alton 38-30. Alton actually started on a 10-0 run to have a first quarter lead over Collinsville. At the half, Edwardsville leads Granite City 36-18. Also at the break, Lincoln leads Springfield Sacred Heart 26-14. And Robinson at the half leads Salem 31-12. Flora leads Diederich. Actually, Diederich leads Flora 39-27 after one. Carterville leads DuQuoin at the break 24-21. So those are looking at some of your scores presented by Tony Wilton State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs is Tony Wild right here in Mount Vernon, right here in Shagnon Gym, or catch him in business hours on TonyWild.com and at his office, 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski is alongside here on WMIX, online at MyWithersRadio.com. Jeff Crow high above Shagnon Gym, bringing you the video angles you see on MyWithersRadio.com, and Jesse Clark pushing the buttons back at the powerhouse. 17-11, Rams down a half dozen here at the half. They're going to do something different if they want to win this ballgame.
They're going to have to slow the pace down a little bit. Cahokia is making them play faster in the half court to speed them up, get them out of their offense. And every time Trimble gives the ball up, they're trapping other players. And Mount Vernon's going to have to be very smart about how they move without the basketball and or move with the basketball so they don't hold it, allow that trap to come to them. This Cahokia team started in man. They've done a little 1-2-2. They've done some 1-3-1. They've trapped out everything. And it's been very impressive to see this. And also for Mount Vernon, you cannot give up second chance points. Just cannot do it in this ball game.
That you cannot. Of course, with minute 26 to play in the third. What am I doing? Minute 26 before we start the third. Wow. 17-11 is your score here at the break. Another one to extend our scoreboard update. Mounds Meridian beat Shawnee tonight 104-57. So Mounds Meridian continuing to roll there in the extreme southwestern corner of Southern Illinois. So we'll get started with the second half in about a minute, probably a little less. They'll start the clock a minute early. And this finally begs this question. We're 23. This is our 24th Mount Vernon Rams game. Lord only knows how many games we've done between the showcase, Lady Rams, and all that combined. Why do they even put the extra minute on the clock? They stop it a minute early.
I don't know. It varies from place to place. Some schools are faster than others. Some schools are slower than others as far as putting time on the clock, stopping it, and all that good stuff. Doesn't help the concession stand vendors.
That's true. That is very true. 17-11. Rams down 6. It'll be Cahokia basketball to start. We'll switch sides. The Comanches will go right to left. The Rams will go left to right. It'll be Keenan Miner to work it into Carlton Rivers in the backcourt. We are just underway. Second half action here from Shagnon Gym. 17-11. Rams down 6. Cahokia with the ball. Coming to the near wing. Rivers throws back to the right wing. He finds Darius Austin. Austin steps free throw line. Looking for the lob inside. Almost stolen away. Badger comes up with it. Off the left side. Here comes Leonte Badger. In the backcourt are the Rams. It'll be Payne across the timeline, left of the circle. Looks over to the corner. It's going to be Trimble from Lydell. He'll drive baseline, shut off, looking to skip over to the left corner. Voda finds Payne. He'll drive, goes to the hoop, off glass, good. Rams back within 4, 17-13, 7:24 to go in the third.
Good start to the quarter.
I have no idea how your pencil ended up all the way over here. Must have been when I slid my paper. I apologize. Over there it is Carlton Rivers off of the right wing into the corner. It's going to be Austin. Looking inside or just outside now. Rams will force the turnover off for Vincent Jackson as they force the jump ball. So the Rams have a chance here, down 4 with 7:07 to play here in the third.
Second turnover for Cahokia. They had 2 in the first half. They got 2 here in the first minute.
Nail a 3. Go for the account with no hidden fee. Banterra offers a totally free checking account. Banterra Bank is the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, banking with local style. Pass to be stolen away from the right elbow. It'll be Keenan Miner. Lydell there to turn it into a foot race. Miner contorts the body. Got the double pump. Rebound will go to Badger. He will have a 3-on-1. Can't control the dribble. Trying to go backdoor for Trimble. Stolen away Jackson. Now there'll be a scoop up ahead and a dunk with authority from Carlton Rivers. And that puts Cahokia back up 6, 19-13.
Now back and forth, back and forth. What you can do worse, we can do worse better. And Cahokia says we'll stop that with a dunk.
Stopped it real quick, too. Left sideline, it is Flota. 6:28 to play in the third quarter. And that was a magnificent slam by Carlton Rivers. Inside, nice backdoor play from Badger to Payne. Payne goes up with it. He's fouled. That'll be Cahokia's first team foul the second half. CP Ford to the line to shoot 2.
Second foul on Smoot. First on Cahokia in the half.
Winning Edge wants to provide a public service looking good while you are at the game. Don't settle for one design fits all activewear. Winning Edge can personalize almost anything and make you look good at the game. Check out their creations at winningedgeusa.com. Clay Payne's at the line shooting 2. 6:20 to play here in the third quarter. Down 6 are the Rams. And Payne makes 1 of 2. It's 19-14, 6:20 to play in the third. Rams are down a nickel. Hall of Fame night here from Shagnon Gymnasium. Emotions are high. Up top with the basketball, Darius Austin looking off to the right where he'll have Carlton Rivers. Rivers at the volleyball line, backs to the circle, right side, 6:02 to play in the third, 19-14. And a pull-up three coming from Austin is off the mark. Back iron rebound will be tipped by Lydell. Payne will fight for it. Miner comes up with it. Right block. He'll turn around. Up and no good. Badger with the rebound on the weak side. Here come the Rams. Floater within the backcourt. And then stolen away by Miner, but he will step over the baseline back to the Rams. Yuck. 5:43 to play here in the third quarter. Of course, we remind you, Rams basketball is presented by Banterra Bank. Whether retirement is years or months away, open a retirement account to fit your lifestyle perfectly. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. Into the front court come the Rams. Left sideline, it'll be Floater. Looking for the bounce near the corner. Trimble, skip pass to the right wing. Lydell with the left hand will throw over to Floater. Now Trimble pull up three left side. It is in and out back in. 19-17. The Rams cut it to 2 with 5:22 to go in the third. Big bucket.
You're going to need about 2 more of those somewhere along the line from him or others.
Coming up the left side, it's Rivers. Gets to the arc, kicks out to Miner, coming around, throws up top. He's able to find Austin. He'll step near the left elbow, looks inside. Smoot on the turnaround. It's good.
Nothing you can do. He catches it that close to the rim like that. He's going to score more times than not.
More often than not, you are right. It's back to a 4-point ball game. 21-17. 5:01 to play here in the third. In the backcourt, it is Jaron Lydell with the basketball. Looking off the left side. It's going to be stolen away as Trimble is trying to find Lydell. Layup is good by Rivers. Back to a 6-point game. The Rams are trying to be quick.
20 of 23 Cahokia points in the paint.
Wow. That is ridiculous. Left wing is Trimble. Waits for the D to clear. Trying to lead Payne. He lobs the back door. Badger's there. Timeout, Scott Gamber. And Leonte Badger off the lob for Trimble. Brings it back to a 4-point game. 23-19. Rams down 4 with 4:33 to play here in the third quarter. This timeout is presented by King City Chrysler. King City Chrysler has the all-new Dodge Caliber. Caliber cranks up the sedan and exudes attitude with every turn. Receive huge cash discounts on the all-new Caliber at King City Chrysler Center in Mount Vernon. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. It's 23-19. Rams down 4. Rams showing some signs of life here in the second half, but sometimes it's just not enough.
Nope, and you got to play a little bit harder, a little bit better. Mount Vernon's starting to get there and starting to get used to the speed and length and size of Cahokia right now.
4:33 to go here in the third quarter as we near the midway point. Length of floor out of the timeout for the Comanches. They're explaining the restraining line again. Carlton Rivers will trigger the basketball to the right of the basket. This is a Cahokia team, Danny, that they just keep it together and keep the discipline. Would be a fun team to watch in the postseason.
This is a team that's going to be one of the favorites to get out of South in 3A on that short list.
4:20 to go here in the third. Front court basketball, Cahokia off of the right wing. It's Rivers looking for Austin. Has Smoot in the paint. He'll come out. Trying to draw it away for Austin. Works baseline. He's pushed, and that'll be a foul on, I believe, Trevor Floto. Rams first. To the line to shoot 2, Travion Smoot. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. First one's good for Smoot. So we'll see Feezer back in. Lydell will take a seat. So Feezer. Smoot is, I believe, what?
Austin shooting both free throws and made them.
What'd I just say?
Smoot, don't try your tricks on me again tonight. Those Jedi mind tricks. 23 was shooting free throws.
Wow. Looked like 32 from here. My apologies.
Don't try your Jedi mind tricks on my staff.
Here comes Trimble. Attacks the free throw line. Kicks to the right baseline. Badger was coming around and couldn't get the bucket. I was wondering what your sign language was over there.
Yeah. I kept trying to bail you out.
I thought you were trying to give me a I thought you were trying to give me a stat.
No.
We need to figure out a sign language pound sign. Of course, I don't think it's a hashtag. Funny how that works. Follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. First free throw is good for Badger. Back within 5 of the Rams. 25-20. 3:55 to play in the third quarter. As Badger will have a second. Woof. Second one's good. Nothing but that. 25-21. 4-point ball game. Rams trail with 3:55 to go in the third quarter. For the Comanches, you have Vincent Jackson, Keenan Miner, Travion Smoot, Darius Austin, and Carlton Rivers. They're starters. For the Rams, it's Michael Feaser, Trevor Flota, Tyrell Trimble, Clay Payne, Lee Badger. Off of the right arc, it is Travion Smoot this time. I'm sure of it. Off the left side, here comes Jackson. Look to attack baseline. Nearly shut off by Feaser. Turn around inside. Later's good. 27-21.
Boy, they are pounding in the paint right now. They own the offensive lane, this Cahokia.
Off of the right wing, it is Trimble. Looks back left of the circle. Payne able to get it to the wing. Flota back to Payne. Between the lines. 3:17 to play in the third quarter. 27-21. Rams are down 6. Looking around. High lob to Flota off the baseline. Trying to lure the defense. Gets back to Payne left sideline. Back off the right. They're trying to open it up. Trimble will pull up for 3. It's off the mark. Rebound will be tipped away. Flota will recover underneath. Good recovery by Flota off the tip to Feaser. He'll run it. Good. From the mid post to the paint. It's 27-23. 4-point game again. Rams trail by 4. 2:48 to play here in the third quarter. Rams basketball presented by Banterra Bank. Help make your kids' future a victory. Teach them the importance of saving today with Banterra Smart Kids Savings Account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Down low, Miner has the jump ball forced by Trevor Flota. It'll go back with Cahokia. Miner frustrated. Cahokia will trigger right of the basket. It'll be Carlton Rivers. Looking in, has Miner off the left wing. He's going to lob into Smoot. Just outside the paint, high post, kicks back out. It'll be Austin this time. Left-hand dribble for Darius Austin. 2:29 to play in the third quarter. It's a lob to Miner. Miner trying to look in, trying to set something up for Smoot off of a lob. He'll go back to Austin off the left wing. Dribble drive, kicks back out. Rivers for 3. Yes.
Wow. First 3 of the game for Cahokia. Second one they've attempted. 1 out of 2.
30-23 is your score. Rams are down 7. Payne got away with the double dribble. There's your makeup call off the travel.
Yeah, he got caught here. Should have got called for a double dribble. Got through that, and he wasn't going to get through the walk.
2:07 to go here in the third quarter. Rams are down 7, 30-23. Of course, we wish good luck to the Mount Vernon Rams cheerleaders tomorrow at the ICCA state competition. That all begins tomorrow. 1:59 to go in the third quarter, 30-23. We also wish the best of luck to the Rams wrestlers. The 5 to go to the, I believe, Mount Zion section. Right of the circle to be Rivers. Looks back to the left side, finds Austin. Austin looking around. Looking just outside the elbow. It'll be Jackson trying to drive baseline, and that'll be a blocking foul. Rams fans, I'm not sure if they wanted to travel or what they were looking for out of that, but that'll be a foul on Michael Feaser.
It's a good call by the official, number 1. It was a good call, number 2. He didn't give the continuation.
1:38 to go now in the third quarter. Cahokia will reset right of the basket off of the baseline. Looking in. There's Smoot off the right block. Oh! Smoot misses the bunny. Flota got the rebound, and here come the Rams down 7. Need a bucket. Flota hurries across the timeline to the right wing. Right of the circle, it's Payne. Off to the right wing, it is Tyrell Trimble. Free throw line to Badger. He's going to try to split the D. Kicks out, Flota for 3. No. A little soft off the mark. Rebound, Flink goes down low. Badger came up with it. He's trying to make something happen, and that'll be a timeout. Scott Gamber full.
Got to save the possession. Nice play.
This timeout is presented by Ford Square. The Ford F-150, of course, boasts that exclusive EcoBoost engine, which means more power with better fuel efficiency. Test drive the large truck champion for over 34 years at Ford Square. We're the best. Never rest. It is a full timeout. 30-23 here late in the third quarter, about a minute and change. Rams are down 7. They need a bucket out of the timeout. Got any interesting scores to give us?
End of 3, Robinson leads Salem 44-29.
Wow. Yeah. What a difference a Tolliver makes.
Yeah, that's about the only new one. Well, Nashville over Pinckneyville's the end of 3, 38-31.
That's interesting.
Fairfield over Vienna, 57-23. And Benton leads Frankfurt at the end of 3, 52-25, the old reversal score. And then the Lady Devils of Cecil Waltonville beat Heron to win the regional championship tonight, 48-40. Their reward, they get to play at home Monday night at 7:30, but they get to play Nashville.
Have fun. Good luck.
It's on my calendar, I believe.
That'll be a dandy. Rick Metcalf, of course, a regional champion. His first year at the helm of the Lady Devils. Not bad. Looking in for the bounce pass mid-post. Badger, no! Rolls off the iron. Rebound to Smoot. Here come the Comanches. Up 7, 30-23 with 1:06. They will turn the ball over. No. That was tipped off by Cahokia. So the officials will discuss. I think John Salee was all over it.
Yep. They'll get it right.
Randy Hart and John Salee went one way. The other official went the other.
Sometimes that happens. You'd rather them get together and get it right than just play the ego game.
Amen. And this is a great officiating crew we have here. Deep pass to the right wing. Badger was trying to work it in. Rams still down 7, 30-23. We drop below the minute mark here with 55 seconds. Payne left of the circle. Works back to the right for Trimble. Payne with it between the circles, looking to roll to the right side. And now into the corner. Trimble for three would be big. No good off the front iron. Rebound to Payne. Good rebound by CP. He'll step to the right wing, looking down low off the right baseline. Badger will have to get it back out, but it'll be stolen away off the tip by Rivers. He'll come up the left side. Like the floor. Layup is no good. That'll be a blocking foul. I hate to disagree with a very big Ram crowd here, but I think the Stripes got it right.
He turned. He was there, and when Rivers came up and over, he slid. Payne then stood there, but then Payne changed his body to try to draw contact. That's an excellent call by the official.
I know the Ram crowd will all disagree with me, but they got it right.
I got it right here in my left.
Yeah, they were
a great call.
First free throw's good. We'll pause for station identification. It's 9 o'clock.
The best basketball coverage is heard here. This is 94.1 FM WMIX Mount Vernon and worldwide at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
And we welcome you back to Shagnon Gym. Rivers in the midst of shooting two only makes the first. 31-23, 8-point game, less than 30 seconds in the third. Across in the front court, off the right wing, Badger went in a leg motion as if it went down, kind of like Super Mario 2 when you want to jump really high. And then gave up the pass. 17 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Rams down 8. They will have possession to start the fourth quarter, barring a jump ball. Now at the 10-second mark, 31-23. Rams down 8, need a bucket. Left corner, Trimble fakes the three, down low, all low to Speezer, yes! 31-25. Rams within 6 from three-quarter court. No, from Cahokia. Rivers comes up just short on the 80% court line. And we have reached the end of the third quarter. The Cahokia Comanches 31, the Mount Vernon Rams 25. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hometown proud Baroviax IGA. There's no better way to shop today, Baroviax IGA. If it's Baroviax, you know it's fresh for you and your family. If it's Baroviax, you got the best. We're hometown proud, you see. Hometown proud Baroviax IGA. Hometown proud Baroviax IGA.
Daily schedules, scores, and more. Like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
Welcome back inside Shagnon Gymnasium. We head to the fourth. Rams to start with the basketball. They trail 6, 31-25 to Cahokia. South 7 lead is on the line here tonight. Both teams 6-1. 7:50 to go. Payne makes a move to the right, gives to Trimble off the right wing. Lob in the corner, float. It took too long to get there. No 3-ball on the way. Left baseline. Badger now working up top. Here comes Trimble. We have a foul up top. Rams basketball, obviously, is presented by Banterra Bank. With Banterra's mobile banking, check your accounts online from half court. Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. Member FDIC. That'll be the second on Minor. Third on the team. Nice fake by Flota inside. Here comes a lob runner by Lee. Lee Badger comes up big. Within 4 of the Rams. He's fouled. Can turn into an and one if he can sink the free throw.
Makes this free throw to 5-point possessions. Back-to-back for the Rams.
7:38 to play here in the fourth quarter. Rams got the bucket. Need Lee Badger to drain it. That's the first on Gary Hickman. Carlton Rivers, Devion Hayes, Keenan Minor, Darius Austin, Travion Smoot for the Comanches. Badger at the line for the and one. He will miss. Off to the right goes the rebound, and it went to Austin. Tyrell Trimble, Clay Payne, Lee Badger, Michael Feaser, and Trevor Flota in numerical order for the Mount Vernon Rams. Off to the right, it'll be Austin. Looks to the left wing. Faked there by Jackson. Nobody buying. Looking for Minor. He'll come around to the circle with 7:20 to play in the fourth. 31-27 is your score. The Rams are down 4. 2-possession ball game here. Early in the fourth. Turnaround possibly coming. No, it's a scoop over to the near side. Here comes a three from Hayes. Left wing. No good. Front iron. Rebound tipped back. No. Minor can't come up with it. Got the tip after the offensive board, but couldn't make anything happen. And here comes the Rams off of a defensive rebound. Badger is big here. Up the left side. Looking to the backdoor. Payne tipped out of bounds. Flota had the right idea.
Good get back by Cahokia. Hayes got back, tipped that one off the stage, stuck his arm up, or that's a layup. Mount Vernon right now, 5-0 run. Clawed themselves back to within 4. It's time for this crowd here to get off their feet.
I'd say so. It's a quick inbound to Trimble. He's going to have to back it out and throws it right away. Rams turn it over. Here comes Hayes. Bounce pass up to Rivers. Basket, no. Rebound by Flota. Cahokia's missed some bunnies here in the second half. Rams have got to get it up the floor. Up to the right side is Trevor Flota with it off the wing. 6:40 to play. Back to the circle. Left side to Payne. Badger with it. What's he going to do with it? You never know when he gets it because he can make something out of nothing. Looking to the left. Trimble pulls up for three. No, off the front iron. Rebound. Fees are big in the lane. Nice no-look bounce past the left baseline. It's going to be to Badger. Now backs it up timeline. And here comes CP with the basketball. Scoreboard updates tonight presented by Tony Wilt State Farm Insurance. Trimble sidesteps to the wing. Skip pass to the left wing now for Payne. For all your insurance financial service needs, call Tony Wilt. He's your local State Farm agent. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Trimble looking to drive underneath. Off the turnaround, nothing there from Badger. Rebound tipped out by Cahokia. It'll belong with the Rams. 5:55 to play in the fourth quarter. 31-27. Rams down 4 here, Danny, but able to somehow keep salvaging possessions.
Yep, salvage. Got to have baskets. They're getting stops, but they have to have points.
Nothing against some salvaging, but I'd rather see a complete reclamation project. As the Rams were lucky that time, Cahokia tipped it back out on the inbound play. It'll be Payne to trigger, left of the basket, box set for the Rams. 5:53 to play in the fourth, down 4. They're going to throw in the corner. Feaser. Flota, fairly open at the wing. Gives back to the circle for Trimble. He'll dribble now to the wing. The left side for Flota. 5:44 to play. Rams down 4. Back door. It's going to be blocked out of bounds for Tyrell Trimble, almost into Chaos Cage. That one got some lift after the block.
Yeah. Got to go in there amongst the timber. You got to throw around a lot of branches.
This time it'll be Flota to trigger. 5:39 to go in the fourth. Rams still with the basketball. It's going to go deep to Payne at the volleyball line. He'll roll to the circle, left-hand dribble. Going off towards left side, trying to split, drawing them both off of the double team, and he'll have to slip it back to the right side for Trimble. Dribble crossover, dribble kicks in the corner. Here comes Flota, slide pass. It'll be Badger using the body and gets the bucket. Rams are back within 2, 31-29. 5:20 to go in the fourth. I applaud the PA announcer for getting the Ram fans on their feet. 5:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. It is 31-29. 2-point ball game. Lob to the near the inside, just out. It'll be Austin looking back to Jackson. Rams all over off the double team. Rivers able to dribble out of traffic, bob and weave, and get back to Austin, left wing. Rams basketball presented by Banterra Bank, of course. We're glad to have you with us. Let's get technical about going green. Banterra offers free online bill pay and online statements. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Almost stolen away Flota. Minor recovers right baseline. Where's it going to go? Fakes one side. Now gives to the left wing. Austin will pull up inside the arc. Shot off the back iron. Rebound will be tipped to Smoot. Smoot at the free throw line. Look for the mid-post turnaround. Had it stolen away. Payne and Austin make that Minor. We'll fight for it. It'll be Rams basketball. Yes, the scoreboard is correct.
Cahokia is tightened up a little bit. They're starting to clock watch the last 2 or 3 minutes instead of trying to play and win the game. They're trying to play not to lose. You can tell by the way they've tightened up here.
There's some coal about to become diamonds. Left trigger, and we will have
off the ball foul. Little clutch of the jersey. Just a slight pull by Clay Payne, but it was enough to draw the eye of the official for his
waste
third
of
foul.
possession arrow. 4:32 to go in the fourth quarter. That type of thing can't happen. Right baseline trigger. It'll come in to Minor. He'll drive. Gets the finger roll that time, and it's going to be 33-29.
No help side defense taking charge. Possession arrow needs to change.
Into the front court goes Tyrell Trimble. 4:18 to play in the fourth quarter. 33-29. Near the right wing. It's going to be skipped over to the left side. Here comes Payne. Steps up to the wing. Looks in the corner. Flota gives back to Payne. We have hit the midway point of the fourth quarter. The Rams were within 2 and had a chance off of a turnover to tie. Wasted that opportunity. Find themselves back down 4. Payne with the basketball. Backs near the timeline. He'll go to the circle. A right-hand dribbles. He'll try to direct traffic. He'll go left. Has Trimble coming around off of the wing. Badger underneath. Risky pass. Tipped back out. We will have a foul on Vincent Jackson, team's 5th. Here who's going to be looking for Community First Bank player of the game. Familiar faces, new places. Bank with Ray and Bria. Community First Bank's new 42nd Street location in Mount Vernon. And welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Possession arrow's getting changed because they never switched the arrow after the foul was called before the possession. Yeah.
So they will confirm.
They're going to. Here's what happened on the inbound, on the jump ball. They had to foul before the inbounds. So the arrows never got changed. Cahokia had last possession after a jump ball. It should be Mount Vernon ball. Exactly. There's a tie-up down here. Now they have it correct. Just ask me. I'll help you, fellas.
Not that these guys necessarily need any help.
No, but it was one of those where jump ball, then a foul without the clock starting, you get in the habit of not changing it. That's why it wasn't changed. It's a habit, wasn't used.
Quick inbound to Trimble. He'll pull up from 17. Good. It's 33-31. Tyrell from the left free throw line extended. Makes it a 4-point game. 33-29. 3:34 to play in the fourth.
First stop of many needed by Mount Vernon.
2-point game. I'm sorry. 33-31. I knew it. It'll be a lob down low for Minor. Looking around off of the right block. Had it punched away on a pass attempted to Smoot. 33-31. Rams down 2. We'll have a timeout. Cahokia. 3:14 to play in the fourth. And the Rams fans, some of them anyway, will get on their feet. This timeout's presented by King City Chrysler. Imported from Detroit to Mount Vernon. The Chrysler 200 extends well beyond its mid-size shadow with character, comfort, and fuel efficiency. Receive huge cash discounts in all new remaining 200s at King City Chrysler in Mount Vernon. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside here. Got the mid 3:30 and change to go here in the fourth quarter. It's 33-31. Rams trail by 2 and have to get a defensive stop.
Yep, they have to make several stops. Let's talk about Twitter because more of your friends are joining, following us at 94 Sports.
I was just say I've talked about it a couple of times. Oh, those friends, huh?
Yeah, your friends continue to join us.
Yikes.
Yeah. Final score: Robinson beat Salem tonight, 61-39, and DuQuoin has beat Carterville 44-40.
Good come from behind win for the Indians.
Still waiting on that Washington-Perry County battle.
I have a feeling you'll be one of the first to know.
You think?
3:11 to play in the, well, maybe not, depending on how it goes.
I'll get both sides. I got both sides in that one.
33-31 here. Cahokia will slow it down. 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. We saw how this worked for him last time. Again, Rams may fight fire with fire. 2:51 to play in the fourth quarter. Cahokia slowing things down.
Now, Mount Vernon would have to foul 3 more times to stop the clock. So not a bad idea by Cahokia. How long will Mount Vernon lay back?
We'll see. We will hit the 2:30 mark as Tyrell Trimble comes up, and that'll draw him out. Back off the right wing. Minor for 3. Yes.
Dagger.
That's a dagger from Keenan Minor. 2:26 to play in the fourth quarter. Back to a 5-point game.
You don't see offense like that. Stall, take time off the clock, nail a 3. Just don't see it very often.
Right of the circle, Payne. Left-hand dribble stops between them. Throws over to the left side for Flota. Now to Trimble. Where are the Rams for 3 tonight? 1 for forever? Or they even have the 1? Between the circles, it's Payne. Looking around. Gives it back to the circle with Trimble. Now back to the left side, Clay Payne. 1:58 to go in the fourth quarter. Coming around to the right side. It'll be Trimble to get it off the wing. Bouncing inside. Feeser. He's trapped. Gives out to Flota. Big 3. Yes! An answer from Flota. And the Rams are back within 2. 36-34. 1:44 to go in the fourth quarter. Rams fans are on their feet. Chaos Cage jumping up and down, and here comes Carlton Rivers across the timeline. A minute 33 to go in regulation, 36-34, and what has been a close game most of the way between the two South 7 leaders. Trimble will get squashed via the screen by Austin. It's with Rivers now, right timeline, rather, with a minute 16. Now to the left side of the circle to be Benson Jackson. Almost stolen away. Great recovery by Jackson from Rivers. Rivers will reset. A minute 7 to play in regulation. Rams basketball course presented by Banterra Bank. We'll tell you more about them as Carlton Rivers brings it right to the circle, and the Rams will foul. That'll be on Trevor Flota with 57.8 seconds. Score a free throw with Banterra's Visa debit card. It provides the convenience of a checking account and a card. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC.
Ooh. Reason I haven't made any updates from the Washington Perry County is they're going into 2 overtimes.
Oh my. This timeout will be presented by Ford Square of Mount Vernon, of course, and King City Chrysler Center, where the best never rest. And as always, you can count on us. 36-34 is your score. As 57.8 seconds rest on the clock. That should have been a foul on Trevor Flota, unless the timeout was called first. Maybe that's what they gave.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Whew. Try to get you some more scores from around the area, of course, in 3A and 4A especially. There must be a big one in Centralia, because I have not heard a thing in quite a while. Last I had was Cahokia was up late in the 4th.
Yeah, Trico beat Steelville 63-47. Robinson beats Salem 61-49, 61-39. And then Asheville Pinckney learned double overtime. DuQuoin over Carterville 44-40. Fairfield, our friends to the east, beat Vienna 65-37.
57.8 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. 36-34 is your score. Trigger coming from the left side into Rivers in the backcourt. 36-34, 2-point ball game. Glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski and Jeff Crow on WMIX. Online at mywithersradio.com. It's going to be awesome between the circles towards the right. We'll have a foul on Flota, I believe.
Foul turns to Trevor Flota.
Yeah, got a foul now. You got to go 2 more times to play Hacker Comanche.
It'll be a side out of bounds coming in from the timeline corner near side. And another foul by Trimble in the backcourt. I don't think Scott quite wanted that there. Or on that person.
I think they jumped the foul total up on me.
Well, apparently they went ahead. The foul was after the timeout, or the timeout was after the foul apparently earlier.
Really?
Because it jumped to 5 after the timeout, then went to 6, now to 7.
So they did give it to him. All righty then.
So Minor's at the line. His first is good, and he'll get a second.
I'll draft Keenan Minor, and then anybody else can have anybody else.
Only one more year after this. Thank goodness.
Beast.
Manchild is a freshman. And he'll make both. 4-point ball game, 38-34. 44.4 seconds left to go, and here come the Rams. Need some buckets. Trimble will have a back tap. That'll be a foul on Carlton Rivers. 6th foul on the Comanches.
That's interesting. Thank you for stopping the clock. 6th team foul.
40.3 seconds left to go, and the Rams will reset.
Plenty of time. Quick 2 will work.
Bain will inbound. Side of the bounds, right side. Trimble will pull up from 3. No good. Rebound. It'll be tipped out of bounds off of the Rams. Cahokia basketball. And that close of a thing, Danny, you can't just watch it go out. You got to try to get it.
Got to grab it. You can't play
shot?
official when you're standing there. Now you got to steal, if not foul.
In the backcourt, the Comanches, it'll be Darius Austin. Gets it back to Minor in the backcourt. Nobody can get to him. Speeds across the timeline. He'll break away. Broke a couple tackles on that one, so to speak. Turn around at the right circle. Gets to the right wing. Valuable time dripping away. 20 seconds. Finally a foul at the circle. And that'll be on Jaron Lydell into the line. We'll go Keenan Minor, 1 in bonus.
Foul on Jaron Lydell. At the line,
there's just something about it.
Austin will go to the line where he's 2 of 2. Something about him, you don't want him at the free throw line.
Trying to extend it with 18.8. He'll miss that first. It'll go back with the Rams.
Oh, my.
That makes it interesting.
I mean, from our angle, sitting here on the north wall, he missed that by a good 6 inches from hitting the rim.
Oh, easily. It was not close. Here come the Rams. 18.8 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Down 4. 38-34 to Cahokia. Payne with it on the left wing. Rams need to make something happen. Dribble, split it, throws it up off the... Not sure if that was a shot or a pass.
It was a shot. He just didn't have enough legs underneath him when he jumped down and jumped back up.
8.5 seconds left to go. It'll be Cahokia basketball. And it would be nothing short of miraculous if the Rams are able to come back down 4 with 8 seconds. Almost still in the way. They'll foul Minor. That'll be team foul number 9, and Minor will go to the line for the 1 and bonus.
Effingham is in double overtime with Paris.
Cahokia is going to get a hard-fought victory here tonight. I know what's getting ready to happen there. At the line to shoot the 1 and bonus, Minor will make the first this time. 5.6 seconds to go in regulation.
I have to credit Gary Nash. This is a Cahokia team that, since even Centralia with their success, is a totally different team that has bought into a fantastic system, what they're doing.
Second one's no good. Rebound will go to the corner. Badger will rush it up the sideline, gets to float it. He'll pull up from 3. Yes! It at least made it interesting as the Rams fall by 2 here on Hall of Fame night. Did they count it? 39-37. And the Rams fall here this evening. We'll have the Bean Insurance postgame show coming up. The Cahokia Comanches 39, Mount Vernon Rams 37. Bean Insurance postgame show is next.
Hey, moms and dads, don't stay up at night trying to figure out how to pay for your kids' education. There's no need to worry. I send my kids to Rend Lake College. RLC offers the same high-quality education as a 4-year school at a fraction of the cost. Plus, they get to stay close to home. Tuition, room, and board are like $19 grand every year at the 4 years, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. At RLC, tuition, books, and supplies are only approximately $4 grand. That's Math 101. And with over 100 degree and certificate programs, they have the exact courses your kids need to be well on their way to a great career. Give your college-bound child the quality education they deserve without breaking the bank. Rend Lake College is the right choice. Whether your student plans to transfer to a university or train for direct entry into the workforce, call RLC at 437-5321 to speak to a counselor. I actually logged on to rlc.edu. That's rlc.edu.
Hello, my name's Richard. When my wife had a heart attack, every second felt like an eternity. I wasn't thinking about what hospital had outstanding results or first-class facilities. All I cared about was getting her help fast. Thankfully, I didn't have to think about those things. The ambulance took us to Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. From the second we were admitted, I knew she was in great hands. My wife was immediately treated by an experienced cardiologist. I have no doubt the folks at Good Samaritan saved my wife's life that day. It wasn't until later that I realized Good Samaritan ranks 20% faster than the national average in response time. And they work directly with the prestigious Open Heart program at Washington University. In 2013, Good Samaritan will be opening an all-new regional health center, making their heart care even greater. We're thankful that such quality care exists right here in Southern Illinois.
Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Has your bank recently stopped offering free checking? Don't get burned by all the fees. Switch to People's National Bank today. People's National Bank's free checking includes a free Visa check card, free bill pay, and free online banking, as well as unlimited check writing. People's National Bank, proudly serving Southern Illinois since 1909. People's National Bank, member FDIC. Non-usage fees may apply.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Jeep dealer at King City Chrysler Center. On the road or on the trail, you are always at home. The 2012 Jeep Patriot Spirit makes life an incredible journey. The Patriot displays perfect manners in the city and legendary capability on the trail, no matter the weather. Your travel is enhanced with excellent efficiency, up to 31 miles per gallon on the highway, delivering value with every incredible ride. The Jeep Patriot, great value in a small SUV. with MSRP starting at only $22,815. Right now, we have an excellent inventory of Patriots at King City Chrysler, ready for immediate delivery. Come see us and let's talk about the 2012 Jeep Patriot at King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where you can count on us.
If I could change anything, you know what I'd change? I'd make it a law that if you tell someone to have a nice day, you really have to mean it. 100%.
Making your day better than it started out is what makes Erie Insurance above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. And have a nice day.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Bean Insurance Agency. Get a quote at beaninsurance.net.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. The Bean Insurance postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back inside Shagnon Gymnasium. WMIX online at mywithersradio.com for your Bean Insurance postgame show. Bean Insurance is an independent agency that can do the insurance shopping for you. Bean Insurance has multiple top insurance companies to choose from with great rates for your family. Call Bean Insurance at 244-BEAN. That is 244-BEAN. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, Jeff Crow on the Raptors, Jesse Clark back at the powerhouse. The Mount Vernon Rams fall here this evening by a final of 39-37. And that wasn't necessarily that close. So a 3-ball by Trevor Flota from NBA range, left wing near the buzzer. Made it a 2-point ball game, but Rams gave it their all. I thought Danny played a lot better in the second half. Just couldn't overcome the mighty Comanches on their home floor.
Yeah, just Cahokia too much tonight. And Mount Vernon made a valiant effort in that second half, especially in that fourth quarter. But Cahokia did the things they needed to do to win. Made some free throws, played some great defense, did some nice things, and you have to credit Darian Nash. This team is playing very good basketball right now.
And they are, and they've been on fire since the Centralia Holiday Tournament, winning that championship game back on December the 30th. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll have your Heartland Accounting post-game stats. First, a reminder, the chances are you're paying too much for auto insurance. Discounts await at the Bean Insurance Agency, but you won't know how much you can save until you give them a call. Bean Insurance, 242-6017. That's 242-6017. Let's go ahead and take that break. Unsure of a Scott Gamber appearance here tonight, but we will come back to Heartland Accounting post-game stats regardless. This is Rams basketball. Final tonight. Cahokia 39. Mount Vernon 37. This is Rams basketball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professionals. Pekin Insurance.
Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar. Or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and mywithersradio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and mywithersradio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital.
At A1 Fast Filers, our highly trained staff is dedicated to quality service and fast results with pricing starting at just $25. Our experienced professionals will work with you to get your tax refund promptly and guarantee that quality will not be sacrificed with speed. When you need your tax refund fast, we guarantee to have it ready with direct deposits available on all refunds. Walk in at 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, or call A1 Fast Filers, 244-7081, to speak with a friendly tax representative today.
Daily schedules, scores, and more. Like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back inside Shagnon Gymnasium. Rams fall here tonight, 39-37 to Cahokia. It's your Bean Insurance postgame show. We have Scott Gamber, head coach of the Mount Vernon Rams. Scott, Not a bad performance under the circumstances. Struggled in the first half, but came back alive in the second half and almost took her away.
Yeah, I mean, proud of effort and that part of it, and proud of our guys defensively. I thought we did a nice job. We have to play a pretty perfect game to knock off Cahokia. I don't think we did that tonight. I thought we had way too many mental errors, and I think that's what got us beat. Not the physical thing. I think our rebounding was better. I thought we did a nice job on the boards to out rebound a team that's that much bigger and more athletic. I thought our guys did a really nice job. So I'm not disappointed effort wise. Just disappointed that the whole first half we never got into the right spots. Just kind of mentally, didn't get where we needed to be. And then in the second half, late, just some mental breakdowns, some trying to jump defenses and not covering the best player in the conference, and then fouling the best player in the conference, and just made too many mental breakdowns that cost us the game. I mean, I told our guys at halftime we were down 6. We didn't play real well in the first half, but I felt good at halftime because the score was where we wanted it to be. I thought we could make a couple adjustments. We'd start being able to score a little bit easier, but just kind of broke down a little bit a few times, and that got us beat.
Did you think it took some time for us to get used to their speed and length, even though we've seen them a little bit in December?
A little bit, but I thought more of our struggles were more on our end, not being in right spots, not getting middle. Can't tell you how much this week we worked on rotations, getting guys in the middle of the floor against that defense of theirs. And I don't know if we ever did that. And that's kind of the frustrating thing, is that never got the ball where we could attack a little bit. Man, there's a lot of little things. Missed a lot of easy layups a few times. I mean, 2 or 3 times we got the ball right next to the basket and did not finish. We make one more of those, we have a chance to win.
My question for you would be, is there an added pressure on Hall of Fame night just because a lot of heroes are here typically, or just a lot of, tonight you had Coach Tickner going in. These kids know Coach Tickner. You had Doug Creel going in. They still see him every day.
Right.
Coach Mings was here. Coach Lannon was going in. I mean, does that add anything to that, you think?
I think it does. I think yes. The overall atmosphere adds to that. And that's why I say I'm really happy with the effort. The things we did wrong were for maybe being a little too excited, a little too, but late in the game when we're trying to full court man, we had some guys out of play. Some guys were really doing what they were supposed to in the pressure. Some guys were staying back, and you cannot do those things to beat Cahokia. You can do those things to beat Decatur Eisenhower. You can't do them to beat a team like Cahokia. And told our guys, I'm mad because I felt like we had a great opportunity and let it slip away. I'm not mad about our effort. I'm not mad about how we played. I'm mad that we had chances to win and we didn't do enough right to win.
This one obviously hurts. It's going to take a while to get over, but how to use this going into Marion, Effingham, and Carbondale to wrap this thing up?
Told them just in the locker room. I mean, kind of got on them about a few mental things and things you can't do, but then said, hey, this is one game. I know it was a big game, but that's why we're really careful about putting so much emphasis on one regular season game, because we got to go to Marion, we got Effingham at home, we got Carbondale at home. Those are 3 games we need to get, and then we get into a regional that's wide open. I mean, with 22 getting back for Carbondale, I think there's not a team in that regional that can't win. I mean, I really do. I think there's 4 or 5 teams in that regional that can win it all.
Without throwing something at me, what are your thoughts on that seeding in that Marion regional? How did you think? Did it go as expected or not?
Yeah, I think so. I think that I think it went the way that I kind of thought it would be. I think what's really tough is that it's tough to compare scores with one of the teams in the regional, because the level of competition that the 5 teams are playing, 4 of those 5 are in the South 7 conference, 4 of the 5 playing, a lot of Edwardsville type scores. So schools. So it's tough in that instance.
Well, it is, but almost not quite, but all in all, a great performance tonight for the Mount Vernon Rams. All things considered, given how well the Comanches have performed since the Christmas.
Yeah, I wish we had another chance at them. I felt like we left a lot out there we could have got tonight. I think that's what's the most frustrating is when you lose like this, you can think of 100 things you could have done differently that maybe would have turned the tides. And, I can think a lot in that fourth quarter that we could have done differently.
I have an idea about going home, recollecting a little bit, reflect on your thoughts, and let's talk about it again tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Show.
Just hope that you maybe get another chance at them if you can do things the right way.
There you go. Let's hope for that. That's Scott Gamber, head coach of the Mount Vernon Rams. Hopefully he won't forget that he has to come to Shagnon Gym tomorrow for the special Hall of Fame show we're going to have. We'll have John Callerman and many more on the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow live here from Shagnon Gymnasium. If you can get in, you're more than welcome to join us. I'm not sure if they're going to lock the doors that early or not, but it'll be a special Hall of Fame edition of the Saturday Sports Show. 39-37 your final. Rams fall here tonight. We need to check out the Heartland County postgame stats, or I can take a break, whichever's easiest for you.
Multitasking is.
How about I take a break?
Yeah, because
Let's take a break.
Lots of scores.
We're here in the Bean Insurance post-game show. We'll come back with scores. We'll come back with stats. We'll come back with player of the game. I like that idea. 39-37 is your final. This is the Bean Insurance post-game show on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dixon, Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. Time for the Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game.
Hey, yo, welcome back to Shagnon Gym. Rams fall here tonight, 39-37. This is your Bean Insurance post-game show. If you think you're paying too much for auto insurance or any of that insurance that you need, call Bean Insurance, 244-BEAN. We'll see if they can work it out and get you some cheaper insurance there. Find some applicable discounts, things you may not have been aware of. Give the friendly folks at Bean Insurance a call. This is Bean Insurance post-game show live from Shagnon Gym. Rams fall here tonight, 39-37 to the Cahokia Comanches. They improved to 7-1 in the South 7. Rams fall to 6-2. Let's check out some Heartland County postgame stats.
The Rams were 12 of 19 from two-point range, 63%. They were 3 of 12 from the arc for 25%. The Rams go 15 of 31 for 48% from the field. Cahokia was 13 of 24 from two-point range, 54%, 2 of 7 from the arc for 29%. Cahokia also 15 of 31 from the field for 48%. Free throw shooting, Mount Vernon 4 of 8, 50%. Cahokia 7 of 13 for 54%. They had 3 of 5 free throws in the fourth quarter to keep the Rams at bay. Rebounding went to Mount Vernon, interestingly enough, 20-17. Turnovers, Mount Vernon had 12. Cahokia had 8. Mount Vernon had one turnover in the first half and then had 11 the rest of the way by my unofficial count. The Comanches had 6 players score in the game. Keenan Miner led the way with 14. Carlton Rivers had 8. Vincent Jackson 6. Travion Smoot 5. Darius Austin 4, and Gary Hickman had 2. The Rams had 2 players in double figures tonight. Clay Payne and Leonte Badger led the way with 10. Michael Feeser off the bench with 6. Trevor Flotis 6, and Tyrone Trimble 5, as the Rams fall tonight to Cahokia at home by a final score of 39-37.
There you have it. Let's see what else we have. Let's get a final scoreboard update.
Yeah.
Tony Wilt would appreciate that.
Tony Wilt will like me doing that. And as I buzz through, another good text coming in. Well, anyway, Centralia beat Marion 60-39. We know Woodlawn won big, still tracking down that final. Goreville beat Cesar-Valere tonight 60-56. That was at Cesar-Valere. It was Fairfield over Vienna 65-37. DuQuoin beat Carterville 44-40. Nashville loses to Pinckneyville in double overtime 54-52. Harrisburg beats Heron 68-57. Benton beat West Frankfort 66-43. Robinson over Salem 61-39. Meridian beat Shawnee 104-57. Paris and Effingham are in the third overtime, going into it tied at 54. Trico beat Steelville tonight 63-47. Hamilton County beat Carmi 49-37, and then the aforementioned Goreville score. Cecil-Valera Waltonville, the Lady Devils are regional champs. They defeated Heron at Heron tonight 48-40. They will play Nashville on Monday night at 7:30 at the Cecil-Valera sectional. The game was at Goreville. Goreville won 60-56. That was erroneous information reported to me a while ago. And then CHBC and girls beat Altamont 66-35, so they win another regional title and head to the sectional. And then the JV Rams go to 10-1 tonight. They beat Cahokia 56-36. You have any more laying over there on your screen?
I do. Neoga beat Cumberland in the Martinsville Regional girls.
Okay.
51-36, so they will be in that sectional. I'm a little shocked by that myself, but the Neoga Indians, Lady Indians, are coming along nicely here in the postseason. Pena beat Sullivan tonight. That one, did you go over that one?
No, I didn't. I remember seeing that one somewhere along the way.
Let's see what I got here. Let's give you something really worthwhile, if I can find it.
Well, there's several on our Twitter. It's really worthwhile at 94 Sports.
I heard there's this device or something where you're limited to like 140 characters. What's that? Is that Twitter?
At 94 Sports.
And we do that? What's that again?
Whipping it through. Champaign Central beat Decatur MacArthur 54-48. Warrensburg Latham beat Shelbyville 64-61.
There we go. That'll take care of it.
Okay.
You'll find more if you follow us, right? And what's our handle again?
Tweeting and retweeting at 94 Sports.
There you have it. I'm going to do that right now at 94 Sports on Twitter. I do know we have a Facebook page, WMIX Sports. You can read there, or we'd prefer if you like us, but if not, no hard feelings. That'll take care of it for tonight. No, it won't. We have a Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game coming at you. Did you think about a Community First Bank player of the game?
Oh, yeah.
Who is it?
You said I thought about it. I said yes.
Did you decide a Community First Bank player?
I You said, did I think about it? And I said yes.
Can you decide off the cuff who our player of the game is?
It's a couple of options. Payne, I think Badger played well. Payne played well. Payne's had a big week with Duke winning. Badger played well here tonight with 10. Thought he was key. That's my choices.
All right. We'll pick one.
Oh, you want me to pick one?
We'll let Brian Gamber pick the player of the game. How about that? Just flash us the number of your player of the game.
See what he does.
Your player of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at a stalemate here in the box. Brian Gamber cannot be picked. It's awesome.
He's out of eligibility.
He's out of eligibility.
Between Clay Payne or
Leonte
right?
Badger. Can we do co-players of the game?
Yeah, that's easy.
All right, that's good. We'll do
we're dragging us on.
Yeah.
Probably boring people half to death.
Right.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
But probably. All right, so Clay Payne, Leonte Badger, your Community First Bank of the Heartland players of the game tonight. Who will be Ram of the Week? Stay tuned to WMIX to find out. Great traditions aren't given. They're earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what they believe in. Community First Bank of the Heartland, proud sponsors of the Rams. A great tradition. That'll do it for us tonight. The Rams fall here tonight to 19-5. They are 6-2 in the South 7 Conference. So barring an upset over the next 2 weeks, Cahokia will win the South 7 Conference outright. That does it for us tonight. For Danny Czerwinski, for Jeff Crow, for Jesse Clark back to the studio, and for everyone at Withers Broadcasting, thank you for listening and watching the Mount Vernon Rams basketball. Our next Rams broadcast will be next Friday night on the road at Marion. Usual 6:15 JV start. We, of course, will also have a Lady Rams. Am I in the right week? Lady Rams regional Tuesday night.
Yeah, we're at Carbondale Tuesday.
So that's our next Mount Vernon broadcast is Tuesday night. For the rest of it, just stay tuned to our Facebook page, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. But anyway, for all those people, I'm Chris Hugo. Your final tonight, the Mount Vernon Rams lose to Cahokia 39-37. Good night from the King City.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX and watching worldwide on MyWinnersRadio.com. Rams basketball is powered by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Ren Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Heartland Accounting. All Stars and Stitches, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. For inside information before, during, and after the game, follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports or like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Your home for news, sports, and today's hot country. We are the legendary WMIX.
Just a couple kids a couple years ago. Now we got a couple kids of our own. We turned out right and proved them wrong.